afternoon, everyone. We'll give everyone just a few more minutes to get ready, get all settled in, and then we'll get started. Okay, I am going to move that out of the way and go ahead and get us set up. And you guys, just for a housekeeping check, my guess you all can see my screen, correct? All right, fantastic. So, like I said, a couple housekeeping items. This webinar is going to be roughly about 20 minutes. We know you need to get back to seeing your patients. And so our goal is to chat a little bit and then leave about 5 minutes or so at the end of our webinar for a Q&A, let you ask us some questions. And so be sure to submit any questions that you might have via the chat. And then, of course, be sure to go back to our Williams Group Consulting YouTube page. That's where you will find this webinar along with the others that we have been doing in this series. Plus, if you signed up for the webinar, you will also get a copy of this sent to you. So, all right, let's get going. I have been very excited about doing part 4 here. All right, so for those of you who have joined us, and if you haven't already, you know, we are doing a 6-part series on schedule optimization. In part 1, we discussed how to turn those shoppers into loyal patients. And then in part 2, we talked about how to effectively schedule a call. Very, very important. Today, we are going to switch things up a little bit. And I have joining me both Jennica McClure and Adria Shields from Weave. I'm so excited to have them here, and we're going to be talking about technology and the confirmation process. So fun topic, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar, Weave is a patient system that helps to centralize multi-channel communication with your patients via the phone, text, email, chat. We were just looking at it again yesterday, and actually it has some pretty amazing technology within it. So again, welcome both of you. As I said, I'm so excited to explore the dynamic interplay between technology while still maintaining that personalization and that human touch, you know, especially when it comes to, managing that schedule and confirming appointments. As you know, having a full schedule where you're meeting your daily exams is absolutely crucial to having a successful business. So let's go ahead and get started with some questions here. All right, what we have done is, as consultants, and then also for my colleagues here at Weave, we've gathered several frequently asked questions that we'd like to kind of spend the next few minutes going over. This first part, we're really focusing in on the technology itself and the human touch, and then we'll move a little bit more into Weave because we found that some of you have some questions about Weave. So, you guys ready for the first question? All right. So, what would you say are some effective strategies to integrating advanced scheduling technology techniques like Weave offers with that personal interaction within a practice? So what are some effective strategies?
Yeah, so one thing, thank you for having us on. We're excited to meet with you guys. There's a lot of really cool things you can do with technology, and I'm excited to be talking to you guys about it. There's a lot of strategies and processes and everything that you could be doing in your office. I really think that being able to streamline your processes and being able to have things just queued up and ready to go is going to help your office with automated reminders, with call pops, with all of the, Weave has a lot of cool features, and I'm really excited to talk about Weave, but there's so many other technologies. I don't think if you're scared to implement any technologies, don't be. There's a lot of really cool and exciting things that you can do with it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Like I was saying, I've seen many platforms, and I really do believe that integrating technology, it's not just myself, it's all of us at Williams Group, that integrating technology is a win-win for efficiency, for, as you were saying, streamlining processes. And we're seeing more and more smaller teams these days. So we're trying to figure out how do we keep our team that's physically within the office, patient-facing, how are we allowing them to be with the patients, and then use the technology to assist us to buy us time. I think it's huge, huge,
Right.
huge.
You
So,
guys wear a lot of hats in your offices, and implementing some technologies can eliminate having to wear all those hats and give you more time back.
yeah, I would say it doesn't, but it sure makes it a lot easier. So,
Right.
we want to win with technology. So, okay, well, that kind of feeds into this. Adria, do you feel that an automated system removes staff responsibility?
No, they're still going, you're still going to need to be there. It's not going to replace, it's not going to take away jobs, it's not going to do anything like that. But being able to automate your systems just leaves you without having that, like, oh, I didn't send that text or I didn't make that phone call. It eliminates you having to, like I said, wear so many hats that you can just have things automated. We have appointment reminders that can automate things and automate your confirmations so that
Mhm.
it just does it for you and you don't have to worry about it. And you can look at your schedule a couple days before and be like, oh, we have, 70% of our appointments have confirmed. And you're still going to need to do some legwork. So don't feel like we're taking anything away. But there's definitely some nice perks of having things automated.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I have, I love scheduling is an art form to me, and I think it takes certain personalities and skill sets to do it. I'm a firm believer that we want to use that technology to win, but it does not remove the human touch. And, people who know me will hear me say that all the time. I emphasize it because too many times I will see we get weave and we think, oh my gosh, it's here, it's the holy grail, and I don't have to worry about confirmations anymore. Well, that's not quite the case, because what we want to be doing, speaking of what you're saying, Adria, is we really want to look at that schedule. We want to go into Weave or any technology system that you have, and you want to say, okay, I'm going to look at my schedule 2 days out. Who's confirmed and who hasn't confirmed? And if they haven't confirmed, we want to make sure that, when we were actually scheduling them on the phone, we ask the key questions of, what's the best method to contact you? And then we set up our Weave or whatever technology we're doing so that if they haven't confirmed and we're looking 2 days out, well, if they said, Jennica said, text me, I'm going to send her that text. So we
Right.
still are involved, right? Because we have daily exam goals. And if your goal is to see, 16 comprehensive or say just 24 encounters in a day, that's your livelihood. Nothing else matters in your practice without patients. And so this is, biggest explanation mark you can put on this. So doesn't remove the human touch at all. We still need to look at it. So
Yes, I encourage it.
absolutely, it's a great tool, but it still needs us. So
Right.
okay, talking about no-shows, what are the key benefits of combining? Maybe this is kind of a duplicated question, but what are the key benefits of combining the technology and us watching it to reduce no-shows? I'm talking about looking at the schedule 2 days, but can you give a few more specifics about what in this particular technology can do? A little bit more describing what it's actually doing.
Right. So like you said, the reason you guys are able to survive is through patience, right? And if you don't have patience, then there's no money coming in and your revenue dries up and it's a problem. And no shows and last minute cancellations cost you guys a lot of money at the end of the day. So there's a lot of different processes that you can do. And I'll speak towards Weave because I know how Weave works the best, but there's a lot of different softwares that you can do this with. But Weave in particular has what we call a recall reminder. So we have our appointment reminders going out. So hopefully they confirm and come in for their appointment, right? But we have recall reminders. So you guys see your patients every year. maybe somebody doesn't come to their appointment at their year mark, you can have a text that goes out 6 months later or even a full year later saying, hey, like you haven't been in, like come get your exam done. And you can have that just be running on the back end so that one, you're retaining those customers and those patients, and you are able to keep your schedule full long term. So it helps a lot be able to keep your schedule full, because at the end of the day, that's how we survive, is through our patients.
I want to touch base on recall and pre-appointing here in just a minute, a little bit more, but that's huge. And again, for those of us that we're seeing those smaller teams, you know, as we go through the schedule management series that we're doing right now, yes, the next one we're going to dive more into the confirmation and how to slide that schedule. And you know, we've talked a little bit about what to say when you're scheduling, but that recall, that's your safety net. That makes sure that if we don't let anybody fall through the cracks. And you know, historically, it has been, we sit down, we run a report, and we pick up the phone. It's a lot of smiling and dialing. So this really, again, allows us or helps us to recapture those patients that maybe have not come back in, or maybe they canceled an appointment and we need them, they no-showed, whatever it might be. So huge, huge, huge. And again, it's buying us time in office. So I love that feature. So, okay. Last one on this one. This one came up. What challenges might optometry practices face when implementing advanced scheduling technologies? What are the challenges?
That's a loaded question.
I know. But there are challenges, right?
Right. And there's going to be challenges when you use it, technology, and when you don't use it. But I will just be very straight up. There's going to be hiccups here and there. And the way that we integrate with your practice management system and the way that you have, for instance, because I talked about this too, with your recall reminders, you can filter it out to go to specific appointment types. If you maybe want it to do that, but you didn't add the filter, there's just so many different customizations that you can make that you want to double check exactly what you've created with those reminders, and that's exactly how you want to do it. I will just say this, technology is not perfect, just like we're not perfect. So there is going to be a little bit of that. But we do at Weave, I will say this, we strive to be the best, and we strive to keep everything up to date, and we hope you don't run into anything, but we are always here for you if you do.
Yeah, I know that Weave has actually created our own little personal hotline, right? Support line for our clients that we're working with that kind of helps streamline to get you answers if those challenges do come up, and they will.
Right.
It's normal. It's, you know, yes, it's technology, but nothing is infallible. And the key is that, you know, we find the answers together. So thank you. Yeah, that was a loaded question, but it had to be answered.
Those hot questions today.
So, all right. Just trying not to get trigger happy on my slides here. Okay, let's get a little more Weave specific, because these are questions that as consultants at Williams Group, we hear over and over and over. And yeah, so one is, what is the most effective way to set up Weave to confirm or specific exams, or say like pre-appointments or pre-appoint wellness exams, or maybe it's a regular appointment, but it was made 30 days out, you know, it's not tomorrow. You know, one of the questions I hear all the time is, you know, how many reminders should they receive without creating an annoyance? Because I've actually had practices that I've spoken to, and they've said, well, we just turned it off down to one because, you know, they were just getting too much, and we felt like our patients were getting reminded too much. And I don't know, you know, what is the right balance? What's the most effective way to set that up within Weave?
Yeah, again, another loaded question. And it really comes down to what your clientele is and what they like. I do know that older clientele and younger clientele prefer different methods of contact. But my personal recommendation for any optometry office is do a 7 days before for their appointment for everybody, do like a 3 or 4 day, depending on what your cancellation clause is, just for those that are unconfirmed, and then send another one out about 2 hours before their appointment so they have enough time to remember their appointment the day of, because things get kind of busy in life. So and I'll say this, there's no way to stop your patients from like doing no-shows or last minute cancellations. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of it. But hopefully with these reminders and sending them out in a proper cadence where you're not bombarding them, then it can be very beneficial.
Yeah, I would say, personally speaking, I have a very, very busy schedule. And I have appointments, and I'm actually grateful to receive a couple. I really am, because sometimes at last minute, I'm like, whoo, yeah, gotta go, wrap things up. And
Right.
then, yeah, and then, oh, you said something else that'll come. Oh, what you were saying. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna have no shows and cancellations, but stay tuned for our upcoming webinar that'll be on how to slide that schedule, what you say, how to manage those cancellations and or no-shows, so that we can, again, our whole goal is to see whatever our exam goal is for the day. So, okay, one more on this, and then we're going to turn it over to you guys and let you chat some questions to us. So let's see what, oh, got a couple coming in. Okay. How can we be used to create marketing campaigns for specific groups, like a patient who had had an eye exam 2 or 3 years ago and is overdue, or maybe we're just wanting to target multifocal contact lens wearers, something specific?
Yeah, so we have a couple methods when it comes to our marketing and then also our automated reminders. I would, if you're trying to get specific patients to come back in for appointments, to reschedule those, to utilize our recall reminders, and you can filter those out how you want for those specific appointment types. Another feature you can do is we have a bulk messaging, so you can utilize your practice management system and you can say, I want to send this to anybody between the ages of 40 and 60, and you can filter it out to send a message directly to them. There's a tool you can use. And then there's a lot of marketing tools you can use with Weave, but we have our email marketing campaigns as well. So you can send out mass communications to whoever you want, and you can utilize those filters again if you want it to be a specific demographic, age range, appointments, whatever you want. You can filter them out for that.
And just to I apologize. Be the part of life. Hey, welcome everyone. Things happen in life, can't control that.
It sure does.
Yeah, it sure does. Oh shoot, just to reaffirm, we can customize those messages, right? Just like we can customize our text message, everything's customizable.
Yep, 100%.
That's big, because it seems like way back early on when these types of technologies were emerging, they weren't always customizable. So I think that's very instrumental. So
yeah, and you can make them more personalized too, with having like their first name on it and all of that. So there's a lot of customizations you can make.
Okay, very good. All right, well, let's turn this over to all of you. And ladies, I have a couple questions for you that came in. Let me read here. Oh, I like this one. What is the learning curve of teaching my staff to use this software?
Well, I'm glad someone asked it. My team is over all of it, so I'm really excited to talk about this. But we have what we call, well, you go through your onboarding experience and you can get things up and going and everything that way. But to get everybody up and going, we have what we call our training camp. And we have different certifications. We have different courses where it does this. I love the certifications. It gives you a great crash course on what everything is Weave related, and it gets you ramped up and ready to go. So that's it's great.
Excellent. And then if they're struggling, they can reach back out to you, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Communication is key. So we've got a couple more that are coming in, but I just realized the time, and I know Jennica has something fun and exciting to share with you. So just know we will get back to your questions. We'll email those to you. And let me go ahead and switch this over. So, Jennica, do you, we seem to have lost something there in our screen. But I think there used to be something there that's not. But I'll let you go ahead and speak to this. I believe, oh, I know what happened. It got moved. There we go. It's me and technology.
There you go. So my name is Jennica, and I am essentially going to be the Williams Group kind of go-to person within Weave, where if you have any questions, any needs, whether it's like a demo request, whether it's you need escalated support, we just really want to make sure that you always have your needs filled and always have kind of like a point person where you can just go to. But in an exciting news is if you're ever interested in Weave, if you don't already have Weave, we would love to offer you a free demo as well as give you a $50 Starbucks gift card for those who are in your office with you or just for yourself, whoever you want to distribute this gift card to. But if you want to sign up for a demo, you can scan this QR code and it'll automatically have you fill out your name, your office, just like basic contact information. And we have a designated partner team where they are 100% in the loop with all of the exclusive Williams Group benefits that we have. We have some exciting benefits for you guys. We really want to make sure that you are feeling and seeing the awesome fruit of this partnership. So these reps will tell you all the bells and whistles of everything that we have with Williams Group. And if you decide that you want Weave, then we'll go to a designated partner onboarding team, and we have a designated partner support line. Like, we really just want you to feel that white glove treatment for being with the Williams Group. And we are so grateful for this partnership and everything that has with it. And so this is just our little give back, because if you're interested in seeing a demo, you will automatically receive that gift card. Whether or not you want to sign up with Weave, you will get the gift card. So that's kind of our little demo promotion, is the gift card. And then just really wanted to make sure you knew that I'm here to support you. And Adria is on our training team, so if you ever want that in-depth one-on-one training, then she is your girl and will really be able to dive into the ins and outs with Weave. So yeah, that's my little tidbit.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Jennica. I really appreciate it. Yes, we're very excited about our partnership with Weave. You know, Williams Group has always been an advocate for, utilizing technology, let it help us to win. And Weave has really raised the bar, we can say, to helping us to be able to be efficient, have great communication with our patients, allow us to let our staff be with the patients, take on some of the loads. So I'm very excited, and thank you. And that's a nice little gift there. Okay, well, just in case, there's that. If anybody wants the QR code or would like a link to be able to sign up for that, just let me know. You have my email address here at relliott@thewilliamsway.com, and then there's Jennica's as well. It's Jennica McClure at getweave.com. So, all right, ladies, it's been fun. Thank you so very, very much. And all of you have a wonderful day. Watch for the email that will come out. This will be on the YouTube channel. And please do not hesitate to let myself or Jennica know if you have any questions. And I will see you next month on our next series on sliding that schedule. So have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you.